Hello, Libra, and welcome to your mid-September 2017 tarot card reading. I am just going to jump right in. I'm gonna read from the book again. I shuffled and meditated on your sign and chose an animal card. So what I drew for you was the Dragonfly, and this feels so appropriate for your energy because there's this eagerness that I could feel from when I was meditating on Libra, and it's just there was just this like eagerness. So here we go, and really light, and so there's almost like a playfulness to it, but it was more than even playful. I'll just say there was like there's this feeling of like this like genuine like leaning forward, sort of this curiosity, this I also heard looking for validation, but it is this like really it's a sweet eagerness sort of thing. So Dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Is it restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind, so the light of wisdom can shine through. Oops. When in balance, the dragonfly sees clearly, is joyful, and is magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind, and to bring it into balance, focus on the breath. So as you've heard me say before, these animal cards, I use them as sort of this overarching thematic energy that we want to keep in mind with the rest of the reading. So yes. All right, let's dive in here. There's also this like there's this live wire, really, it's this immense openness that I'm feeling. So whatever this is, there's kind of this new space opening up in your life, internally and externally. Okay. And there's this interesting questioning that's going on here. So we have the, like I can almost hear these conversations. It's like this questioning nature. So there's like a lot of questioning, which feels connected to, it's like a curiosity, but also it's like getting to the crux of the matter, or getting to like finding the right approach. I mean, we have very strongly the Son of Swords swooping in here directly into the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Six of Swords reversed. So there is this sort of swooping in energy and this like this questioning nature with the swords, and the swords we is the mind as well, connected to the dragonfly. But there is this feeling of like swooping in and I just also heard doubt. So it's almost like this conversation that's going on is it's this combination of exploring these new ideas and then doubting it and then exploring it. So but what it feels like it's doing is it's creating this like checks and balances, is what I'm hearing with this card. This checks and balances in your environment and sort of in and in your approach. But we do have to watch sort of with that, we don't want that to get out of hand, especially with that mind, that strong sort of mind energy. It's about sort of utilizing those thought processes to move you forward, and just to be conscious not to get stuck in those. Because there is that potential here, is that potential of sort of getting stuck with the Six of Swords. Oh, no, Bubba. Okay, so interesting. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups reversed. So there's this feeling that there is something that you're pouring a lot of your resources into, is the feeling I'm getting. And also your hopes. So I feel like there's this feeling that there's something that you put a lot of your hopes into, you put a lot of your resources into. But whatever this is, whatever resources you put out, whatever output, there's a very clear and almost exponential, potentially exponential growth of the return on those resources spent. So that looks really good. And also there's this, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's sort of like looking at what you've accomplished already and sort of saying, is this, am I making something great, or is this like, and again, that's sort of maybe perhaps doubting mind, which is serving, but you're like, am I making something great, or what is this that I'm making? Like it's beginning to sort of manifest, whatever this is beginning to manifest. And now you're sort of looking at it because it's not fully formed yet. So you're like, is this, you're kind of evaluating, like, you almost like you don't know quite how it's going to turn out yet. You're like, I think it's good. I think that this is going right, but like, I don't know exactly, if this will be a success or if it will not be. And that's why I feel like that checks and balance system can be really useful for you, and is why it's coming in. Is it's sort of saying like, it's giving you those checklists, those things to sort of check and check it twice. We're still in Mercury's shadow, so that's something to keep in mind. But more than anything, it just feels like this really, this supportive checks and balances to help you decide on your next moves forward. But I'm absolutely seeing, and there is this sense with these two cards so strongly that there is this, that you're seeing the fruits of your labor here on something. And I just heard there is this turnaround happening. So let's see. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Wow, okay. So we have the Fool. And the experience of this card, first of all, the Fool is a card that shows up in all of the cards of the deck, in all the major arcana cards of the deck. And it's sort of this, like, this little bird, this entering into this new experience. So there is this stepping into a new environment and it almost, I'm hearing something about sort of this stepping into your own skin and filling out your own skin, or so there is this kind of this coming into yourself. And that, I think another sign had a bit of that as well, this sort of, this coming into yourself energy. So it feels like it's a stronger energy, alive in the cosmos and in all of us right now. So, but for you in particular, there is this really clear, this like new, coming into yourself, this, and also this new sort of coming into the world as this version of yourself. So we have the, and I also, when I was meditating, I wrote down transformation, and then, interestingly enough, I wrote down taking your new self out on the town, getting reacquainted with yourself. So there is this feeling of like, it's almost like you're taking something that you've been working on, or an idea, or yourself, or whatever this is. It's like you're taking it out on the town. So you're sort of, you're shopping it around, or you're seeing sort of, you're like playing with it out in out and about. That makes sense. Ace, oopsies. The Ace of Wands reversed, and then right next to the Ace of Swords. So, and I feel so strongly connected to this coming out, this that's happening, this sort of, this venturing outwards is what I'm experiencing, is what it feels like, this venturing outwards, and sort of aligned with this like immense, like this curiosity and sort of, how is this going to sit? How is this going to go? You know, venturing out comes in with these aces are opportunities, they're gifts, they're offerings. So, and there have been so many aces also coming up for a lot of people. So I've been telling everyone to listen when you're getting these aces like this. Really listen to those synchronicities. Keep your heart and your eye open for those opportunities. But these feel so strongly like opportunities. This one feels like maybe like an idea leading to an opportunity, but there are these new possibilities that are swooping in as you're stepping into this, beginning to sort of dip your toe in and step into this new reality that you're exploring for yourself. Really awesome. Let's see. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands reversed, the Six of Wands reversed, the Two of Swords reversed, and the Sun reversed. So this here for me feels, this entire sort of line that I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see it. So this line right here. It feels like residue or something it feels like things from, like residue of things from the past and karmic. It almost feels like it's just like leftover residue from experiences that were disappointing, challenging, emotionally draining, discouraging. I'm so sorry. And so sort of feels like there's this residue that is that you're being invited to sort of clean off, wash away. And that invitation, it looks as if it's coming in the form of I heard very loud and clear with this codependency. So for some of you, this may be showing up as codependency, sort of shining some light on where to look for how this old pain, this disguised grief, how that's showing up, like where sort of that disguised grief is manifesting itself in your life now, or those old disappointments, those that residue, sort of how it's manifesting in your life. So it's like I'm seeing that codependency, whether that's on another person, on substance, behavior, but whatever this is, it's something that can kind of give you a a clue as to sort of where this old hurt, this old pain, this old karma that's asking to be released has manifested itself in your life. And then with this, it's also, I'm feeling that this is like lack of self-esteem. And again, there's this heaviness to this sort of feeling caught in the wands, trapped. So areas sort of where you feel trapped, it's saying, you know, that you're not. But look at those areas where you feel perhaps your hands are tied, and start to wiggle that, to sort of break that up a bit, so you can transform it and then let it go. But it just feels like whatever this is it's a disenchantment. This it's something that is disempowering, that just needs to be resolved. And it's like something that I feel was really present for many of you, that's showing up again from like years ago. And for some reason it's just sort of coming up, and it's from years ago is what it feels like. And it's just this invitation to break free. Go fly. Break free. So that's exciting, because when we get those clues and we sort of see those things, we can be like, so now I can start to work with this. I'm seeing something, I'm experiencing something that is creating constriction. Clue. So this is something, now this is kind of where I want to breathe into it a little bit more, experience it, work with it, and get to the root of it, so I can compassionately let it go, release it, and take care of what needs to be taken care of, and then release. So we have the Two of Swords reversed right next to the Sun reversed. And this is this, I just heard light show. It's a light show. So it's this, there is this clarity that's coming in, and also this visibility. It feels like there's this, and it feels cyclical, I just heard. It also feels like it's swooping in, almost in the same way that this Son of Swords is swooping in, or the Dragonfly will swoop in. It feels like this clarity and this direction is going to, it's almost like just swoop in. And shed light, and it's just almost like this shedding light on everything. So with that, you can sort of see the when a lot of light comes into our lives, or we start emitting, we really tap into that Shakti, that life force. We emit, we light up, and we start to see everything. So we can sort of see the dark things too, the things that want to be transformed. And also, we become much more visible, and we can also see, we can just see everything more clearly. So that's just something to be conscious of as you light up, which I feel you absolutely will be doing over these next few weeks. Just be getting more and more visible and embodied, I want to say. There is this, it's just, there's going to be so much that it's almost like these new things that you didn't realize were there are going to start to come into play in wonderful ways, supportive ways. You're going to feel this like you have so many more resources that you didn't realize you have, but then you're also going to be finding the need to put some of those resources towards the areas that start to troubleshoot things and to work with things that and to recognize, more than anything, to really recognize things that perhaps maybe at times you don't like to look at. Like this eclipse here, it's sometimes sort of saying things that we don't quite like to look at, feel in the past, have felt unable to look at, or have just failed to recognize. It's now, there's going to be this recognition of those things, which is good news because once you start to get to that point, moving forward, you can just move forward more quickly, more quickly, more quickly. And, you know, it's beautiful. So let's just pick a couple more cards. Yeah. So we have the Daughter of Swords. Sorry about this light. Let's see. Next to the Four of Wands reversed. Next to the Father of Cups. Scorpio. Next to the Two of Wands reversed. So there is this feeling of getting grounded, grounding yourself. There's this like almost like this, again, sort of, it's this planting yourself, this rooting to expand. And with the Father of Cups there, it feels as though it's like there's also this emotional grounding that's taking place. And the Daughter of Swords, looking right through this center point. I feel as though I just heard seeing right through it. So there's this feeling of like seeing right. There's simultaneously this feeling of being able to like really see something clearly, seeing right through something or someone, but also being able to see the core, the essence of something or the root cause. But there's almost like there's this feeling of, there's a sense of this Daughter of Swords really being able to see the essence of something. And whatever this is it's a great ability. It's a great ability and an ability that that I feel either lives in you or it's sort of this guidance from the outside. But it's really allowing you to I just heard trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Okay, so I think that this is it for you all for now. I hope that this was helpful. These are such general readings, so do check out your sun, moon, and rising sign so you can piece everything together and get a better picture for yourself. And please like, comment, subscribe. Your comments are so sweet, and I appreciate it so much. And yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of September. I love you. Make it magical. I love you.